the steps I will take would be starting with working very hard the next 3 years in hopefully this program, and then being able to get accepted and achieve the Bachelor of Performing Arts during the 4th year. And then afterwards I would very much like to go for my teaching certificate. So that way, while pursuing my own career in the industry of performing arts, I can teach as a performing arts teacher or work in backstage work or as a choreographer. Because although my ultimate goal is to be a performer in the industry, I would love to be able to get to teach younger people to be able to do what they want to do, like I'm trying to do right now. I think my best and most personal memory from childhood would be when I was younger during a karate tournament, because both me and my brother did karate for many years. We were competing and I was about to go up for my fighting at the tournament, and my brother was in the ring beside me, and I look over and I see him being carried off the mat. Later on I found out that he broke his arm, and I found that out right before I had to fight. And I wanted to leave, but my parents wouldn't let me. They wanted me to finish the tournament. But it kind of inspired me to work really hard to try and win the gold, since my brother didn't get to complete his fighting during the tournament. And after going into overtime 4 times with my opponent, I ended up coming home with the gold that I kind of gave to my brother. Outside of theater and performance, something that has been a very constant thing in my life has been karate. I've been doing it for about 11 years now, and once I was old enough, I started kind of being an assistant teacher, or what we call it, as a senpai. I would go to early classes and I would help teach before I would take my own class, and I really believe that's where I found my love of being able to help kids learn and try new things. And I think it's also what inspired me to round off my education with a teaching certificate. Well, like any person who does dance, karate year-round, as well as does snow skiing, water skiing during the summer and winter, I mean, I've had my fair share of bumps, bruises, twists, and sprains, but nothing that has caused me to have to bench myself from these amazing things and physical things that I love to do. Well, usually it always depends on the situation, but with me, I try and keep the panic on the inside, and I will try and keep it there, and I focus on the task at hand. Things that usually help me cope are deep breaths, listening to music, and just focusing on what is right in front of me. Usually when I'm in these stressful situations, I just try and take whatever is making me stressed, just one step at a time, and that way I get through it. I first found out about Capilano University when I was in grade 10 from my friend's sister. We were doing a play together and she ended up going to Capilano University. She majored in the musical theater program, but I believe she changed majors now. But it caused me to look into your performing arts programs, and I realized that they were exactly what I was looking for my post-secondary education.
heart's aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your pain and sorrow, smile or maybe tomorrow.
On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are buried everywhere, the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
And action.
I lived with him. I spent my life with him. I fed him, talked to him, listened to him when he talked to people who weren't there. Watched him shuffling around like a ghost, a very smelly ghost. He was filthy. I had to make sure he bathed my own father. When my mother died, it was just me here. I tried to keep him happy no matter what idiotic project he was doing. He used to read all day. He kept demanding more and more books. I took them out of the library by the carload. There were hundreds upstairs. And then I realized he wasn't reading. He believed aliens were sending him messages through the Dewey Decimal numbers on the library books. He was trying to work out the code.
The messages were beautiful mathematics. The most elegant proofs, perfect proofs. Proofs like music. Plus fashion tips and knock-knock jokes. I mean, it was nuts, okay? Later, the writing phase. Scribbling 19, 20 hours a day. I bought him a case of notebooks and he used every one. I dropped out of school. I'm glad he's dead.